Boy, these oranges is coming along real good on this tree, and looks like it's going to be a bumper crop. They're all over it. Look at that. Look at that. I can't wait. These are so delicious. I'm going to attempt to see that seed pod on that. That was where a flower blooms and it makes a seed pod. I'm going to get the seeds out of that. I think I know how to do it, but I'm going to try. And I need to get that one down there on the ground already. But I want to get some seeds from this. Wow. Now this one just hit the ground. And they split open, and I thought there'd be a big seed in there. But guess what? I just went and looked online. Are you supposed to pick these seeds out? Or is that what you're supposed to do? I don't know. But there's the seeds. I don't know, folks. How are you supposed to do this? I wish I had a tea strainer. I used to have one. But that's the seeds. Look at all them seeds. What I need is paper towels. I wonder if we got any. I'm gonna go in the house and look for some paper towels. Well, I knew I was gonna screw up. I put a full charge on my batteries on this thing. I needed to go to Family Dollar and get me a roll of paper towels I need real bad. And it's done its thing. I don't know what it is. Let's see. The battery's showing a full charge. But you can pull the trigger and it won't go nowhere. After it sets about an hour, it will go. So that means I gotta just sit here. It's almost like something gets hot and it just quits. So I'm almost to the Family Dollar. Well, I'll sit here and take a nap. Turn that off. I wish that new scooter I'm getting was here. It's been about an hour. Here it goes. Oh, okay, it's moving. It's moving. I'm going to the house. I ain't gonna go no further. I ain't gonna trust it. See if I can get back to the house. GoPro, stop recording. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I wish I had a tea strainer, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened. Now I wonder if the seeds will sink to the bottom. Now all this, I wonder. Well, I got a bunch of them on the bottom. Let me see if I can pour this stuff off. It's a bunch of seeds on the bottom. So, I wonder if I can scrape up I don't know, folks. I don't know. I want these seeds. There's a big old chunk in there I can get out of that. Let's see. Let me get a... Maybe these things would dry out. You know, I didn't have to try to make that run to the Family Dollar. My daughter had paper towels in there, I just couldn't find them. Now, let me stir this up a little bit. Let's see. Can y'all see? That's a bunch of seeds in there. Now, I'm gonna I'm going to let's see. Let me get a big run of paper towels there. All right, there's a slew of seeds. What I'm gonna do is let that dry. I'm gonna let that dry. If I had that tea strainer, I could put these in the tea strainer and all this pulpy stuff would go right through it. This is the first time I've ever tried to get seeds out of a cactus. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. I'm gonna go look it up again. I'm gonna leave it like that a little bit. I got a story. Yes, I do. I guess that story's back about 1954. That's a bunch of little seeds in there, and I left a whole lot. But that's more than I'll ever use. That's a bunch of seeds. Hundreds. I'm eating a cookie. That I shouldn't be eating. I wish that air conditioner would turn off. I can hear it. And I know if I can hear it, y'all can hear it. All right. It's story time. I was watching a live stream on Crazy Family Tube the other night. And Marty was talking about one time him and his girlfriend, I don't guess it was Christy, but, and another friend of his and his girlfriend, they was in a van. So they paid for him and his friend to get in, and they hid the girls in the back of the van. And they got caught. And that put me to thinking, one time back around 1954. It was 54, 55, somewhere right in there. It was in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. That's where I was born. And we had this thing about going to the drive-in and sneaking some of them in and only paying for a couple. And one night, it was a movie that a lot of the guys wanted to see. And but the problem was the car was a 1936 DeSoto, 4-door. It was a big car. And so he figured he could only take sneak two or three in. And there was about 10 or more that was wanting to go. So they come up with this plan. They had a big trunk. I think they put about 6 or 7 in that trunk. And I was one of them. I was smaller, but they didn't put me in the trunk. They put me in the back seat on the floorboard. And but he wound up with 14 people in that car and only paid for 2. And where he messed up, he did just like Marty did when he was sneaking them 2 in. He put the 2 girls in the trunk or in the back of the van, had them hid, and him and the guy was sitting up front. Well, that kind of looks like suspicious, you know, that you got a guy driving in there with another guy instead of his girlfriend. And like Marty said, he'd been better off putting the girl up front and the other couple in the back hid. And that's why they checked on them later. And but we got in the drive-in, slicker than eel snot. We got in there, and we thought we got in there slick. But they was really suspicious, especially my cousin, because he was known to slip in there with extra people all the time. The name of the drive-in was Star Lite. And so I was one of the ones that got snuck in. You know, there was 2 paid, 2 guys up front, they paid. Well, the management, we seen them going around different cars and stuff, and we didn't know what it was all, what they was doing. But what they was doing, they'd go to a car, and if it had more than 2 people in it, he wanted to see your ticket stubs. You know, and they had, the only stubs we had was 2, and there was 14 of us. And we didn't know what was going on, but directly we seen they going up to cars, and they was pulling people out of the car. And the big thing about it, they had a city policeman with them. And you'd see them come up the car, and directly you'd see 3, 4, 5 people come piling out of the car, and the policeman was escorting them off. And it really didn't dawn on us what they was doing. Till they come up to our car. And that 36 DeSoto, that was my grandpa's car. He gave it to Frankie when he got a new car. 1936 black DeSoto sedan. And here the manager walked up to the car, and we need to see everybody's ticket stubs. And once Frankie figured out what was going on, he said, we'll show him my stub, and then I'll hand them the 2 back to you, and a couple of y'all and show them. But it didn't work that way. They want to see everybody's ticket stubs. And Frankie, and I forget who was in the front seat with Frankie. It was a guy. There wasn't any girls in the group. And they handed them their ticket stubs. But lo and behold, they didn't hand them back. So, and they said, okay, we need more stubs. And they started taking a head count. And we just sitting there real quiet. Anybody else got ticket stubs? No, sir. So the policeman said, hop out. And he said, I'm gonna take you back out. All right, folks, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The camera's heating up for some reason. So I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.